Hey, Nicole Huntsman, your astrologer from moderncosmic.com. On this video series, we're going to talk about the South Node of the Moon. And in particular, we're going to look at how the South Node holds some secrets or some perhaps illumination about the past relationship information you're bringing forward with this person. Now, this could be from one life, it could be from multiple lives. It's more the themes that you're bringing forward, okay? So as we look at the South Node, many times we will see a story unfold, but mainly really focus on the themes, the thematic elements. Now, the way you're going to do this, if you're unsure of how to find the South Node, what you're going to do first, go to astro.com. You need to draw up a Davison chart. This is what we're going to use for this exercise. You can use a composite, but I prefer the Davison. The Davison chart is simply a chart that takes the midpoint of your birth dates, it's that date in the middle, your birth times, the time in the middle, and the actual locations, the latitude and longitude between the two locations you were born. So this is its own little chart, and this is an actual chart that happened on a day in history at an actual place. Might be like a farm field out in the middle of Idaho, but whatever, it's an actual place. And then you can take that chart and you can do progressions, and you can do solar arcs, and you can do solar returns, etc., with this. So this chart shows you the relationship's purpose. And in that purpose, it shows you the past, things that have been brought forward from the past, and the future, what the point is. Why are you together in this life? For what purpose? And it shows you how this will unfold. Very helpful, because you can then see areas where you are blocked as a couple and areas where you excel. And also, we're headed in this direction, but maybe we should be headed in this direction. Maybe we're trying to make this into a marriage, but maybe we're just supposed to be friends, or etc. Now, with the South Node, also when you're drawing up that chart, I forgot to mention, click on the box that says descending node. Use descending node, okay? That will allow this to pop up on the chart. Otherwise, it's just going to be exactly opposite the North Node. The North Node looks kind of like a little horseshoe. It's like a little upside down horseshoe, as someone mentioned in a comment on the video earlier. With your South Node, make a note. It's easiest if you write it down, if that way you can, or else this can get kind of confusing. So first write down the zodiac sign that the South Node is in, okay? Then write down the house placement. Okay. Then you're going to look at the ruler of the zodiac sign of that South Node and the ruler of the natural ruler of the house that this South Node is falling into. All right. Find those, locate those two planets, and you can do the same thing with those planets. But make a note of each time you move. Let's say the ruler of the South Node is the moon. Go to the moon, look at the zodiac sign that it's in. Let's say it's in Aries. Okay, let's say it's in the third house or something. Make a note of that, and then move on to the Mars and where it's located. And you can just keep doing this until you hit a dead end, like you return to a planet you've already looked at. Now, with this information, this gives you a full arsenal of forensic data that you can then create a picture with that can tell you a little bit of backstory. If you've got a relationship too, by the way, look at the South Node and how it relates to each individual's chart. Very important. South Node is, it's the theme. It's the theme from the past that's being brought forward. And many times, if this is a significant relationship, you're going to see it relating to each person's chart, okay? In particular, sun, moon, angles, or the angular houses. Those are really important. As well as, it can be the personal planets too, but really you want to see the luminaries of one person's chart and the South Node, or the ruler of the South Node of the relationship, talking to each other, of both people's charts. I'm sorry, I'm being confusing. Okay, now we're going to go on. Each video, I'm going to just talk about each of the zodiac signs, the South Node. We'll talk about the key themes. We'll talk about what that relationship looked like thematically, and then the lessons that are to be brought forward in this relationship that relate to the North Node. Okay? And let me know if you have questions. All right, on to the South Nodes through the zodiac. Okay, with the Cancer or fourth house South Node, your past life themes have to do with home and roots. That's your key theme. Many times, if you've got a South Node or fourth house placement, this is you guys are family in a past life. What kind of family depends on the rest of the chart. Now, but for sure, there's this theme of having built home together. Very good chance you had children together if this is a romantic relationship. And there is the theme of parent-child. So either you had parents together, or it could be one where one of you is the parent of the other. You've got to, of course, as I said, look at the rest of the charts. Now, if you had, for example, well, I'll get into that right now. Now, what this does mean, though, it's creating home together, having that the home threatened. Could be some themes from past life. Look for Mars, look for Saturn. If you've got Mars, Saturn stuff and nodal stuff and fourth house stuff all playing together, that's for sure the threatening of the home. It could be the literal threatening of the life of one of the partners, or it could be the home itself, the actual structure being threatened. It could be if you owned, if you're on a farm or whatever your source of income was that kept your home, everyone healthy and alive, having that threatened. You can also have an important family that was, maybe family in that life that was important to you. Or another fun one is just that the couple likes to be home, but they were very insular. There's an element or a theme of them staying around their home. It's feeling safe and protected, trying to keep all the children protected. It's a very mother hen South Node, and almost helicopter parenting. So those could be themes as well that are brought forward. Now, what the flip would be, what you're here to learn is we are now supposed to be moving into the outer world. So the couple itself is here to support each individual's goals with their life path in this life. And whatever that looks like, they could be very different. You can have very different North Nodes, okay? But there's an element here of you've developed the mastery in the inner world and the family life. Now it's time to move into the outer world and develop mastery, accomplishment, achievement, to be seen, and to also be in a place that's a little more competitive, because this is being leaders. Very much actually a placement of, if you think of 10th house, okay, that means if this node is a Cancer node or 10th house, node placement, this is, you guys are here to be seen in the world around you. This is a house of import. This is a relationship that its purpose is to be one that affects change on the world around it, that is seen as a relationship that's serious, that is, working towards something, that there's devotion there, etc. Now, again, look at all of the aspects. Look at the ruler of the South Node. So if you've got a Cancer North Node, that means you've got a Capricorn South Node. Saturn is the ruler. So where does Saturn fall in that relationship chart? Okay, very important, and that will give you a little bit of clues about the work that is here to be done. Anything that's you got Saturn and you've got the moon. These two are quite sort of karmic. Saturn is about the real world, the world of the formed. The moon is about the unconscious world, the world of the formless. So we're sort of going from taking those lessons that we learned in the unconscious and then applying them in the world around us. I know it's quite abstract. You have to look at all the aspects to get more of a clear picture of what this even means. Okay, hope that was helpful. If you have questions, please post them, or if you've got comments, that's great as well. And if you like a reading, just come on over to my website and you can get on the schedule. Okay, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.